You guys. It is Tuesday. It is a live stream day for me. And I'm excited for this because we got a lot going on today. If you saw me on X, you know, the live stream days are supposed to be like a little bit less work, but it never works out that way. We got a ton of exclusives dropping for you tonight. Gia's also joining, may I remind you. Gia, come here. So if you see a little head pop over, just know it's not just me. You got little G here. Oh, she's camera shy all of a sudden. Gia is here. As many of you guys know, this is Gia Morello. This is the princess who runs the house. She'll be joining us tonight. Gia. Oh, she's sniffing the mic. Sniffing the mic. This is a good sign. Folks, happy Tuesday. I'm very excited that you're here right now. We are streaming on so many different platforms, all over Twitter, of course. But we're also on 2 Rumble channels. I'm going to be going back and forth with the chat. Let me remind everyone to refresh right now in the room. We're going to be on the Breanna Morello Show channel for the bulk of the time. And then we're going to be over at Graham Allen's channel as well. As many of you guys know, he has a Dear America stream. And we are locked and loaded. I'm just going to jump in that chat real quick. We got a lot of great people in the Rumble chat. If you guys want to contribute to discussion, because this is what these live streams are about, you got to be on the Breanna Morello Show page tonight. That's where I'll be taking your questions, comments, concerns. Maybe if you want to bash me for something I said that might have pissed you off, that's where you're going to want to be. Okay, so it's the Breanna Morello Show. This is what's up right now. We've got all of our key players in the chat right now. Morph's in the chat. Ed, he's in the chat. Something's in the chat. All of our regulars. So thank you guys very much. Appreciate the loyalty as always. But there's a lot going on. And I'm very excited that you're here with us tonight. You might have saw on my Twitter page. It's been a little chaotic. And that's the best way to phrase it. I was just on Dr. Drew's show. Very excited about that. Take a look. We put up a clip on my X page from that. You can look at that later, though. A lot going on. The FBI, obviously, you and I both know, corrupt. It's a train wreck. It's a monster. It needs to be purged. Okay? We've been talking about it on this show quite often. We all know the FBI is a train wreck. I'm going to detail the very latest that just broke earlier today. Also, as many of you guys know, one of my hobbies, not only is it like hanging out with my dogs, but one of my hobbies is actually suing the federal government. And I've been doing so through several lawsuits. And we've got a couple of them still pending. One with the VA, one with TSA. The TSA one has some movement. I just got a document dump. And it's not what you want when you're a journalist. I'll just kind of detail and walk you through my forever long legal battle. I want to thank everyone who's in the chat right now. Cardino, hello. I appreciate that. So many great people in the chat, of course. Lots going on. Like I said, I was just on Dr. Drew and I had a ton of fun with him. First time doing a show. I actually met him previously. It's actually just a couple of weeks ago here in Florida. So it was good to get on a show and to have a chat with him. Very excited, though, for the rest of you guys for joining me tonight. If you want to watch, head on over to his Rumble page because we did a great discussion. I think it was about 30 minutes long. And we kind of went through a lot of the key topics in regards to free speech, the weaponization of our federal government, and so much more. So I am very excited that you guys are joining us. It's been a crazy couple of days. So like I said, I enjoy suing the federal government. It's actually a hobby of mine. And probably if you're sane, you probably wouldn't really do it, but I love to do it. I am somebody who likes to poke the beast. And so I filed a couple of them. TSA, though, has some movement on it. And I want to walk you through it tonight because I get an email from my lawyer. And I'm like, oh, gosh, they're sending us a document. I think this has been going on for close to a year by now. So I'm like, this is great. So background on what the document what it should have been. You guys know, during the Biden years, they allowed a bunch of illegal aliens to board flights, commercial flights, without any IDs. So we don't know who these people are. So I wanted to know what was required of these individuals, specifically, what kind of IDs, what was the rules involved in all of this to allow people who don't have any type of IDs onto planes, because we don't know if they're terrorists, and some of them were. So I asked for the SOP, I guess would kind of be the best way to phrase it. I asked for their internal memos, their documents regarding how they were communicating with other airports to designate what to do when you get someone who's an illegal alien who is looking to fly commercial. Well, folks, What I got back, it's literally, I mean, it's gonna, okay, look at this. This is what we call a pile of nothing. That's exactly what the FBI gave me. Sorry, the TSA gave me. They gave me a pile of nothing, a nothing burger. There's about 2 pages where you could read something on it. And then the rest of it's all redacted. And you're seeing these parentheses with all these random letters and numbers. If you're audio only, if you're audio only, you probably don't see it. So it's like parentheses B, parentheses 3. What they're citing is they're citing all of these clauses to get them out of having to hand over documents. They're saying, oh, it was a specific term that they said. It was a sensitive security information that I was requesting. And so they had to black it out. This is what you call BS, folks. And that's what's expected from our federal government. Although there is a change in administrations, obviously, this is not going to turn quick enough. TSA right now, they don't even have a director. The director was fired, and thankfully and rightfully so, because we'll get into the TSA watch list in just a few minutes, but they literally threw hundreds, thousands of Americans on a TSA terror watch list. And so as a result of that, yeah, the director of TSA should be fired. Yeah, he should be. But we need a new one. I've got some suggestions, but like we'll see how it all fizzles out. But ultimately, folks, I want to remind you that this is all intentional. Okay, this legal battle, we're approaching a year, I think. Looks like we lost the camera for a half a second. We are approaching about a year. And so I think it's deeply, deeply concerning that this is what they turn over. At first, they weren't turning over anything. And this is why you had to file a lawsuit, right? So the federal government, when you fill out a Freedom of Information Act request, they've got, I believe it's 30 business days to respond to you. And TSA just didn't feel the need to send me any type of response. So instead, they ignored me. And the only way to get a response from them is for you to hire an attorney to file a lawsuit and to sue them, because then they're forced to then respond to you. And so that's what I did. I hired a lawyer. We went, we sued them. We're still suing them. And it's for things like this. Now, obviously, this should have been a safe one for them. If they really wanted to be transparent, they would have forwarded all the information. But it's all redacted. And it's not just that. My lawsuit also includes other types of things I'm looking for. Like, how did these Americans end up on a terror watch list? So many J6ers who were nonviolent or not even charged that day ended up on a list known as the Quiet Skies list. If you follow me on this show, because I've covered it extensively, detailed it. I was the one that told you guys that Tulsi Gabbard was added to that terror watch list. I actually told Tulsi Gabbard's team that she was added to that terror watch list. I was the first one to call them and alert them of all of this. So this list is just an abuse of power. It's just a bunch of, I want to say communists at this point, people who don't like freedom, people who don't like free speech, people that don't like you and I because we have a political difference. They piled these people up onto a list and have been torturing them for 4 years now whenever they want to fly. So what does it mean? Well, you get these little quad asses in the corner of your boarding pass. You have to go through additional security measures. You're followed by air marshals on your flight. You don't even know that they're following you, that they're surveilling you, but people will kind of gather around you. You got a couple of them. I believe Sonia Labasco told me it's like 4 to 5 usually. It's a waste of federal resources, folks. These aren't terrorists. But it's another way to harass people. Tulsi Gabbard had a feeling that she was added to the list. When I called her team, they weren't surprised. They had a gut feeling that she was added to the list. And so, not surprising. But then I broke this story earlier today. I got a phone call, was talking to someone who I highly respect and is a very credible person, foot in all of this at all times. She knows exactly what she's talking about. She knows everything that's going on when it comes to U.S. Marshals, Air Marshals specifically. Tells me that TSA is purging their records. Now, the reason why this is critical for me is because I'm still suing them for internal documents, emails, communications, whatever they have related to the Quiet Skies list. So I was told that TSA is purging this list. TSA is removing the names of Americans listed on their Quiet Sky Terror Watch list. And as I previously reported, Tulsi Gabbard was added to that list. I'm also told that federal air marshals are still assigned to follow J6 defendants on flights. What does that mean? Well, even though they're pardoned, they're still being labeled somehow in TSA's database as terrorists. If you think we're getting off to a good start, right? You think, oh, we got Trump in the White House, things are good. But innocent Americans are still being labeled as terrorists. So some might say that it's problematic. I see some of you, and thank you. I see that we got some Rumble rants, so I appreciate that. Uh-oh. Ladarius, is that how you say it? That's totally, I know who that is. Tip train. Choo choo. Oh, I have some of the best friends. Choo choo. Aw. Thank you, Brian. I appreciate it. Yeah, so the Support Bree website's actually down right now. Don't even know why. Oh, I gotta put it up on the screen. See, I'm new to this whole Rumble way of life, folks. So bear with me. Live streams, like, no expert here, but I'm getting by. I'm getting by. So again, thank you all. I appreciate it. I know who that is. I know exactly who that is. And hello, sir. I won't out you though. It's just so. Oh, by the way, so yeah, donor box isn't up right now. Best way to donate, if you guys wanted to as well, you could head over to my X page too. They do a tipped option, which I think is incredible. Cash App, I think they do Venmo as well. That's great. Rumble's good too for now. We got to get the Breanna Support Bree website back up. We're doing a little bit of a changeover there, so that's the reason for that. And there's also Substack, BreannaMorello.substack.com. You can subscribe, become a subscriber. You can subscribe to me on X too. I mean, there's so many different ways, and I appreciate all that you guys do, of course. You know, it's just so fascinating to me about the changeover. Like, how many of you guys right now? How many of you are? How many of you are kind of in awe? Like, I'm in awe all the time. Like, I don't understand how this has gone on for so long. We're talking about the weaponization of our federal government, lawfare. Everyone's like, I'm telling stories that I've told for a very long time, and everyone is so surprised. Everyone is so surprised because everyone's like, wait a minute, you mean we still have people sitting in prison? Hey, Ed, thank you, Ed. I appreciate you. You mean we still have people sitting in prison? Yeah. Yeah, we did. We did actually a great story with Christina Urso yesterday, and I highly recommend you guys all take a look if you didn't see it. She has been one of the incredible independent journalists following what's going on in Michigan in regards to the governor, Gretchen Whitmer, kidnapping hoax. It's fake. It's fabricated. She did it herself. She worked with the FBI to make sure that she was going to get allegedly kidnapped. It's a whole pile of garbage. But sadly, as a result of all of it, 5 men are sitting in prison, 2 of them federally charged, 3 of them on a state level. So Trump can't help the state level, but he can't help the 2 who are federally charged. But they're still sitting right now in prison. And it's actually like one of the worst prisons. It's high max, or it's max. High would be never mind. So anyways, they're sitting right now in prison, and they're in solitary confinement, and they're being abused by our government. And like, not many people realize that our government has political prisoners and has had political prisoners and abuses them on US soil. I'm not talking about the CIA overseas doing terror. I'm talking about our federal government, the Bureau of Prisons, doing that right here, right now. Hi, Brian. You're asking for Mel K. Mel K is not here. We are, in case you guys aren't familiar, it's the Mel K show. Give her a follow too on Rumble. Mel K is like my neighbor, but she's got her own show going on, so she's not here. That's my girl. Love her to pieces. Great human, great person, great friend. I don't know what's going on in the Rumble chat right now. Sorry, something. Spam. Ed's on top of it. Ed is like border patrol of the Rumble chat. Don't drop any spam comments into here. Hey, Dorn. Hi, girl. Or I shouldn't do the gender thing. Hi. Thank you for the Rumble rant. I greatly appreciate it. Of course. You guys are the best. You guys are the best. I love it. Thank you so much. So much going on. Did you guys see? Okay. So Kyle Serafin's disputing it a little bit. Let me pull it up right now, actually. Hold on, wrong. See, this is what Breanna, I'm technologically advanced. So the turnover isn't really for me. Oh, I should also show some love to, hold on, before I switch over. I can't neglect the Graham Allen chat. We got a couple of you in there. Hello, everyone on the Graham Allen chat right now. I'm gonna try to remember. Just remember, folks, technologically not advanced would be the best way to put it. And so if you're in the Rumble chat on Graham Allen's channel, awesome, love it. Just notes. Here, let me drop it. Little note so you guys have a quick turn to flip. If you guys wanted to jump over to the show page, you can click that. That is where we are at right now. Thanks, CFAM. Hello, hello. And Jerry, welcome. And BB Drifter, love it. You guys are amazing. Thank you for joining us tonight. Lots going on. You may have saw there's reports, and it's not really like 100% confirmed. I feel like the last time I looked at it, it was partially confirmed, but we weren't quite there as of yet. But the FBI has designated a ton of resources, I should say, let me pull it up any second now. See, this is the problem with me doing it. Oh, you guys, before we jump over too, I wanted to plug this. I'm not sure if you guys know. I have a Substack. It's free. Okay, so you could go over there right now, just Breanna Morello, substack.com. I'll put the link to in the description of the Rumble chat. But I'm going to be dropping the exclusive stories there first because we're looking to build up our audience on Substack. So if you want to know the news before it comes to the news on my Twitter feed, that's where you're going to want to be because that's where everything's going to be dropping first. So head on over there. Do just that. Let me drop that chat in here. This is where you're going to want to subscribe to, folks. I'm dropping in the Rumble chat if you guys are there now. Make sure you subscribe. It's free. If you want, you can become a paid subscriber too. We appreciate that. That's how you guys keep independent journalism thriving these days. Subscribe. I appreciate what you do. My friends who are in the Rumble chat right now are heckling me in text messages. So don't think I don't see you. I just can't multitask. Little special here. Let me pull up this post. Any day now. The FBI coming out and just saying, hey, listen, like, turning over a list with like allegedly like half of their, this is so foolish, like half of their agents, and I'm not sure if it's agents or employees, and there's a big difference, and that's where Kyle Seraphin was coming in to kind of alert me that it could be a big difference. So there's 38,000, when I looked it up, there's 38,000 employees of the agency, but there's 13,000 agents. And so there's these reports that at least 5,000 of these people's names were put on a list and forwarded over. And these are the people who were ties to the J6 persecutions, I should say. And so this is likely the list of people who are going to get fired. Now, Kyle Seraphin saying that that's not what they said. Again, this is reports. I read it from AOL.com, so that's where I got this from. The names were people who were case managers or participants in the case that went to prosecution. That doesn't mean focused. So take Kyle Seraphin's advice too, if you'd like. And Robin Gritz, she's a FBI whistleblower as well, so she's putting her insight in there too. I try to go through all of your messages, folks, and read them and like them. So when you get a like, just know that I read it. I did read it. But the point to all of this is, obviously, folks, we knew this. I've been talking about this for a very long time now. The FBI literally forced its employees and put it in an email, so we know it's real. This isn't speculation. We have the hard evidence that the FBI designated its resources towards their J6 persecutions. It's not a conspiracy. It's legitimate. And so for everyone who sits out there and goes, oh, it's just no, it's not. We know it's hard facts because we have the email. Folks, I want to remind you that our good buddy Mike Lindell has a sale going on right now. And in case you're interested in indulging in all of his great deals, because he's nice enough to extend these offers to you all, and then he also supports this program. So head over to mypillow.com, use promo code BRE, that's promo code BRE, to save lots of great items. This is my favorite. Gia loves it. She's so shy today. Gia loves the pillows. She literally puts her head on the pillows and sleeps on the My Pillows. Gia, come over here. Say hi. Oh, now she's camera shy. Gia, talk to our audience about your My Pillow. Oh, she's shy now. But Gia loves the pillows. She also loves her dog bed. The dog bed's also on sale. When you head over to mypillow.com, you use that promo code BRE. That's how you get these savings. We are a My Pillow house. I gift constantly the slippers. My parents love their slippers. I've gifted those to them. I've also gifted the pillows as well. Oh, the mattress topper is on sale. And it's only $100 when you use promo code BREE. That's actually a really good deal. I've got one now and I have to actually get rid of it because it's the foam has shifted in it. And I paid, I think it's like $150. So this is a great deal because I know everyone loves the mattress toppers. So again, when you head over to mypillow.com, take a look around. It's these items are only on sale when you use promo code BREE. Promo code BRE. Lots of cool things on sale right now. The dog beds, Gia would endorse them if she could speak. But I constantly posted pictures of Gia relaxing on her dog bed. It was actually Giuseppe's dog bed, and hers was the pink one. But for some reason, she loves the blue. She loves her blue one. So again, folks, mypillow.com. Use promo code save. Let's see. Oh, I cracked this joke too. We probably should put this on the screen as well. So if you see, right, so that you see like cable news, CNN, MSNBC, they're all out here like, oh, well, Trump is firing FBI employees and DOJ officials. And you're just like, and what were these people's roles in the lawfare? Anyone want to talk about that? Anyone want to address that? No. We can't address that. So I know you guys are big fans of this. So I just think at this point, all these corrupt FBI and DOJ employees who are worried about losing their jobs and paying their bills, they should be a little bit more open-minded. These mass deportations have opened up a whole new career avenue for them. Make them crop pickers. Democrats say we need them. I hate these people. The things they've done to destroy this country. I mean, they failed, thankfully. They failed. But the fact that it's gotten to this point is pretty insane. It's nuts. Gia, are you going to... Oh, Ladarius did buy a My Pillow to support Breanna, and he loves his pillows, he says. Got 2 king-size ones. Yes, at Ed. You guys are amazing. Adorn, yes. Gia's in the house. I'm in the Rumble chat right now. So if you're watching on Twitter, I mean, you could see the Rumble chat, but you got to be in the Rumble chat. So head on over to the Breanna Morello Show. Jump on. Make sure you're subscribing. Also, folks, if you're a fan of this program and you want to stay in the know, there are so many ways to do so. If you're a podcast listener, head over, look at the Breanna Morello Show, and get on that. Get on that. Give us a follow. Give us a 5-star review. Trying to branch out those audio numbers. So that's what we need you to do. Help us with the algorithm. It's not my friend. We talk about some very controversial topics here. They don't like it. But we're winning the war, which is good. We're winning the information war. Because constantly all of these things that we're just like, oh, don't talk about it, are now making it to the mainstream. So find the news before it becomes the news. Give the Breanna Morello Show a podcast follow. Ed, are you surprised how soon Trump has went nuclear? Not really, no. I think the assassination attempt pretty much sealed the deal for us. Because that was pretty bad. That was pretty bad, obviously, but it's a awakening moment. These people wanted him dead. So now he's got to do everything. What do you have to lose? You've been spared. Go all in. Whiplash, hello. Oh, man. Are you trying to call Gia fat? She's not fat. She's just fluffy. She's a little chunky. You guys, if you're watching on X, love it. We're streaming to a bunch of different platforms, and I try my best to address every single one. Oh, let me hop over to, yep, still. And I try my best to address all of them. All of them. Literally. Ladarius, am I saying your name right? Your fictional name? We were about a half an inch away from some seriously scary communism. Yeah, I mean, I'd say so. It's crazy because like nobody really realizes, I think, how scary that almost got for us. I don't make baked ziti. That's what that means. Morphs, who is responsible for keeping Jeremy Brown in prison. So actually, and I probably should read it right now too. I'm in talk with Jeremy Brown's girlfriend. For those of you who are unfamiliar with Jeremy Brown is another political prisoner still being held in prison. I've covered his story extensively on this show for the last 3 years. I've been following him. He's a great patriot. He served his country for 20 years. And then our federal government throws him in prison because they try to make him an informant before January 6th. He outed the recordings, put it out there. And I think we were one of the first shows to have him on from prison. Um, your heart bleeds for this man because he is a good human, a great human being. And what they've done to him is unjust. So Jeremy Brown is sitting right now in prison. Understand this. So there was a J6 case. He never went to trial, but they got a warrant for his arrest and they got a warrant for his home. But the problem with that is, number one, it was signed by a magistrate judge not here in the US. And that's the really important thing. Sorry, it wasn't not in the US, not in Florida. So they had another magistrate judge in the DC area sign for it. That's not a real thing. That's not legal. It should have never been executed in the first place. Then when they got to his home, they said that they found guns. They said they found a grenade. He denies that. That's not his. He says it was planted. But the FBI doesn't wear body cam, so we don't know. And then they threw that man in prison. I think he was like sentenced like 7 years. And he's such a good person. Like when you talk to him, and he'd always be like optimistic when I do talk to him. I'd be like, Jeremy, I have the feeling that these politicians are really going to get involved. He's like, Breanna, if we're counting on politicians, I'm in a lot of trouble. He's just got a realistic perspective on all of this. And they found things in his home. They say he shouldn't have had in his home. Even documents that they claimed, but the jury found him not guilty on the documents. They did find him guilty though on the grenades. Camera issue again. I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on with this camera. It'll pop back up in a second. They did find grenades. They said they found guns that he wasn't supposed to have. All of it he denies. And also Second Amendment doesn't mean that you have to ask the government for approval to have a firearm. That's not in the Second Amendment at all. So he's got a case there. But I want to keep highlighting this point. He did nothing wrong. He's a good person. He shouldn't be in prison in the first place. When he was pardoned on the J6 stuff, for some reason, there's an issue related to his case because there's two separate cases. There was J6, never went to trial, tossed out. And then there's the case, what they found in his home. He's still sitting in prison right now for that. You talk to this man, he's so freaking smart. He knew what the feds were doing even prior to this. He didn't go into the Capitol. In fact, I actually had the footage of him grabbing a woman and saving her from the police line. It's on camera. And that's when they said he went into like an area where he wasn't supposed to be in. It was a misdemeanor charge. They somehow cooked it up and were able to get a warrant, search his home. And he's sitting right now in prison still. I'm told that it's the U.S. attorney in Tampa who's holding it up. I'm told that they're intentionally doing this just to continue to mess with him, that eventually he's going to get released. His girlfriend thinks it's going to be just a matter of hours at this point. Sorry, I don't want to promote whose cup this is. I got it as a gift that I was running low on cups this morning. It's just heartbreaking though. Speaking to Jeremy, it pulls at my heartstrings. I went to a fundraiser for him in Tampa a couple of months ago, and like his girlfriend's so sweet, his friends are so sweet. They've been fighting for this man, and it's just heartbreaking. Jeremy Brown, one of the great stories of a man who just doesn't give up hope, but he shouldn't be in prison in the first place. He shouldn't even have to be in this situation at all. Patriot, loves his country. This country has tried to break his love for it, and we're hoping he's released sometime, possibly tomorrow. There needs to be government intervention. Enough is enough. Those in Michigan, too, they're sitting in federal prison. They shouldn't be. They shouldn't be. So that pisses me off, too. A lot of this stuff is just enraging. It's because, I follow these stories quite often. And, it's just heartbreaking. I'm waiting for my friend Eric to jump into the chat. I don't know why, Eric. My friend Eric. So Eric, as many of you guys know, if you've watched these live streams, he like loves to be like, "Oh, I'm gonna jump into the chat and force you to eat like a whole jar of pickles." Where are you, Eric? You are just not a supportive friend. You could play that for him later. A lot going on. Hey guys, I got a question? Drop in the chat. That's what this is all about today. Oh, did you guys see this? Da 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 da. Okay, I pulled the Steven Crowder tweet. Um, as many of you guys know, the Nashville shooter has had their manifesto protected by the FBI, the Biden FBI, because they don't want you to know that the shooter, the transgender shooter, is a Christian hating, nasty human being. Obviously, who's dead now, but wrote over 1,000 handwritten pages for their manifesto, and then went on to murder children. Evil fucking human being. Um, it's just so enraging. But we learned some good news because the FBI wants to sit here and pretend like this transgender shooter was not targeting Christians. They were. They went to a Christian school, but they didn't want you to know about it. We only know about it because of the great work over at Mug Club. They were able to get their hands on some of the pages, and they released that on Steven Crowder's show. And then there's also the great work of the folks over at the Tennessee Star, Michael Patrick Leahy. He's done an incredible job. He's actually taking them through courts. He's gone after the FBI. He's gone after the local officials. And in all of that, there's this. The DOJ is considering a deal to release the Transgender National Shooters, School Shooters Manifesto. A DOJ official told the Tennessee Star the FBI may drop their opposition to the release of the manifesto. And I reached out to Michael Patrick Leahy, and he said, it is true. Folks, I don't even understand why it's so controversial to ask for our government to be held accountable. It's so insane. It really, really is when you think about it. I mean, these people, like, they have a narrative, they want to spin it, and they don't like the fact that we sit here and we have to, like, investigative journalists have to do leaks because our own government won't be transparent. But they'll tell you things like specific things about, like, the one who goes after President Trump. They'll tell you all those. So Ed Steele's asking me some questions right now. Ed, is your email still blocked by Tommy Robinson? Haven't been able to talk to Tommy in a couple of days. I got 2 messages that were blocked from the prison. So when he responds to me, it will say that, you've received an email from him, but this email is being blocked by the prison. And so they are not real fans of Tommy, and I feel so bad for him. My heart breaks for him because he's a good human being. He's a great friend, a great person, loves his country. And it's just really heartbreaking. He's in solitary. He's by himself. He doesn't have a lot of people. And, my first message to him was, found ya. He's like, I knew you'd find me. So my heart bleeds for him. The good news, though, we're thankful because, well, I'm thankful because Elon Musk has joined in on the Tommy Robinson fight, as you guys have probably already seen. And he's actually helping fund his legal fees, which is great. I broke that story exclusively. He's helping him pay for his appeal, get him out of solitary, and he's also helping to pay for his terrorism case, which is coming up in March. He's not going to trial for that. My heart would break if they give him anything more than 18 months. Unfortunately, not everyone could write Tommy in prison. I think if you're in the UK, you could send a mail, but the email thing, it's not publicly available. I'm a millennial. I don't even know what the difference is. I just know what I am. Bob, isn't stiffing the manifesto illegal? Yeah. That's why they have to sue for it. That's why they have to sue. Guys, if you have questions, comments, concerns, drop it in the Rumble chat. I've got to bounce around from chat to chat. I'm so disappointed in my friend Eric. He has not come in. This is like another live stream where he's missed out on the pickle eating. And so just so you know, that's why I'm messaging right now. I'm literally harassing my friends because they wanted to see it. He claims to be a paid subscriber for that purpose alone. And it's not a creepy pickle eating thing. Don't worry about that, guys. This is very PG. Very PG. Let's see. Okay. Got to remind you again. You're missing out big time if you're not subscribed to my Substack. It's free. BreannaMorello.substack.com. Let's talk about this story because I broke this exclusively, and I think it should be much bigger because like no one realizes like the left is ready to go to war with us on the right, and they're doing so with immigration, abortion, and holding political prisoners, and they do a masterful job at all of this. They really do. So I broke this exclusive. In this exclusive, take a look at this email, guys. I got this back in December, okay? And I didn't really know what to think of it at first because I didn't have a name, so I didn't know what was going on. It says, "Good morning, 88. Kathy Kane advised that we may possibly receive an FOJ, which is a fugitive of justice." And the ADA that they're talking about is the assistant prosecutor in Queens, New York. Warrant for a doctor flying into JFK Airport. The warrant will be out of Louisiana. If we receive an FOJ warrant out of Louisiana for an abortion or any related charge, Kathy Kane has requested that we give her a call prior to taking the arrest. The doctor is protected under an abortion shield law. Interesting. So the abortion shield law that they're citing is a New York State one, doesn't apply to a Louisiana one. They're just trying to protect abortion doctors in the state of New York, and they're allowing them to ship abortion pills in the mail to individuals who don't live in the state. That's what's going on here. So I thought it was really, really interesting. I'm watching all of this unravel, and I'm like, what the heck? So I'm like calling the AG. I'm trying to call around to like figure out what's going on. So I call the Louisiana AG's office. Can't really get a hold of anyone there. So then I hop on over and try to reach out to a couple of other people. Ultimately, no one knows what we're talking about. Nobody knows, no doctor's name. And then suddenly an indictment falls. And the indictment, quite interesting enough, is for a doctor in New York. Now, this is allegedly the doctor, Margaret Carpenter. She's also being sued by Texas AG Ken Paxton. The doctor is accused of allegedly prescribing the abortion pill online to a pregnant minor. Now, again, we don't know how old the minor was. We don't know if the minor willingly took the pill or if her mother forced her to take the pill. Her mother was the one who apparently was going about it, getting it online. We don't know how far along she was, but we do know, the only reason why we know about this is because the minor got sick after taking the abortion pill and had to go to the hospital. And that's when she disclosed that she took the pill. Now, the mother has been charged, and the doctor is facing 15 years in prison and up to $200,000 in fines and the loss of her medical license. Doesn't matter where you stand on abortion, folks. Not asking you that question. Not asking that question. What I am saying, though, why does the New York AG and the New York governor think that they have the authority to step in and tell those living in other states, in red states, what, or you elect your officials in your state, for example, right? I live in Florida. We're heavy red. We elected them for a purpose. So why does the state of New York have the authority to then come over here and say, you know what? We can help people break the law. We can help people break the law. It's fine. Because this is how we just, we morally think we're in the right. Sorry, someone just sent me breaking news. This is my life all the time, folks. It's constant, like I'm doing something, gotta jump over to the other. It looks like Pam Bondi was just confirmed. Let's check it out. Pam Bondi has been confirmed. Love it. Love it, folks. She will be our next Attorney General. Let's tweet that out. For those of you guys who don't understand how aggressive you have to be on Twitter when you are a journalist, times is wasted. Gotta get to it. Gotta get to it. But no, this is good news. I'm excited for Pam Bondi. You know, during her hearing, she made it very, very clear that she is looking to reform the Bureau of Prisons. And I hope that she means well by that, because that is what we need. We have so many people who have been wronged by this. And we got to find out who these toxic human beings are and make sure that she's focused on that. So that tweet just went out right now. This is how a tweet comes together, folks, on the fly. So Pam Bondi, our next Attorney General. She better not disappoint. We don't got time for that. We'll see how it goes. Excited for that, though. But Pam Bondi's got a lot to do. Again, folks, too, you're going to want to subscribe to my Substack page, because I've got that exclusive interview where we sat down with Bev Williams. We went over everything that she's gone through. Pro-lifer, thrown in prison, was facing 3.5 years. President Trump pardoned her, literally fresh out of prison, came, sat down with me. We did a whole discussion on it. If you want to watch it, BreannaMorello.substack.com. Subscribe. It's free. unless you want to support and pay, which we obviously strongly rely on because free doesn't pay my bills or pay for those who help out with the program. All right, we got about 5 minutes before we wrap up tonight's live stream. Let me jump back into the Rumble chat. What's going on in the Rumble chat? Folks, drop questions, comments, concerns, whatever it is in the Rumble chat. I appreciate it when you do. I'm excited for tomorrow's show. What do you guys want me to talk about tomorrow? I hate covering topics that everyone else is talking about. I just feel like you're beating a dead horse, as the old folks say. So if you have like any specific topics maybe that you're following, someone actually did send me a really good topic about how there was a certain state who's helping make sure that individuals weren't helping illegal aliens flee, helping illegal aliens avoid getting arrested by ICE by helping them change their identification. So that came in through as a tip through my email. So definitely feel free. Ladarius, the best person on the planet, Ladarius. Support independent journalists. Yeah, subscribe. Subscribe. There's so many different ways to subscribe, right? You can subscribe to the Twitter page. That's like $5 a month. You can also subscribe on Substack. That's BreannaMorello.substack.com. Cocteau, have you talked to Elijah since his split with Censored Bray? I don't think there's a split. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, Elijah texts me every now and then. Ed, come on, Ed. I'm gonna have to pull well, Darius, thank you very much. The tip train. Does that have to make a sound? Thank you, Sarah. I appreciate it. Ed, I think it's so crazy. We gotta we've got to get Ed in the editorial meetings. So Ed give us topic ideas for the show. You guys drop your topic ideas. Let me know what you guys are thinking. Tomorrow we have Jason Nelson on. Jason Nelson has a great product. I love it. I highly recommend everyone get it. But he's also just a great patriot too. Served this country well, pride. So he'll be joining me tomorrow, which is going to be very, very exciting. But we got a lot that I'm working on. I love exclusives. I hate doing the regurgitated nonsense. Choo choo. he's gonna clip that and play it in our group chat later. I literally hate doing the stories that everyone's talking about. So if there's a story that no one's talking about and you want to shoot it my way, I'm down. You can email it to me, Breanna Morello at protonmail.com. That's Breanna Morello at protonmail.com. It's up on my Twitter page too if you missed that. Talk a little fast. That's what they say. Constantly told that I talk too fast. Anything about deportations is great. Yeah, I mean, they're using Guantanamo Bay to house these animals. I like it. All right, we're getting some tips here. I'd have to look into this. Thank you. You guys, I don't pretend, and this is what I can't stand about people who do streams, who just do any type of commentary politically. If you don't know anything, shut up. That's usually my golden standard. And there are so many people who want to pretend like they know everything. Like, I have no problem saying, yeah, I don't really follow that. I don't even have a take on everything. I'm only going to give you a take if I know, and I'm well researched if I know what I'm talking about. Nothing worse than being uneducated and making a comment on something that you probably just shut up about. I'm so surprised at how quiet G is today. This little chunky monkey has been running around the house all day, and now all of a sudden she's just quiet. G, you want to come up? She's not even. I'm really disappointed in her. Giuseppe, he'll come over. He's really good. Giuseppe, don't let me down. Good boy. Get over here. You gotta say hi to the chat. Come here. He's gonna make me come get him. Oh, Darius, we gotta get Tom Homan on the show. Yeah, Tom Homan's a badass. He's a little busy these days though, but he should make time. He always has time for Fox. Giuseppe, he literally stopped halfway and he's making me come get him. He rolled over on his belly and he's staring right at me. I guess I gotta get him. Hold on 1 second, guys. Here is Giuseppe jumping in on, oh gosh, on the live stream. Look happy. He got 3 walks today. Don't let this sad boy look like he's like depressed as if he doesn't have the best life ever. I work from home just for him because he has separation anxiety. we started this whole show just for Giuseppe, just so I never had to leave my house. And they're so quiet now. They were literally just wrestling in the bedroom moments before we started the stream. Gotta love dogs. Oh, Ladarius. They're gonna get salmon. $10 for salmon. You got it, boss. Listen, Gia and Giuseppe love a good salmon, guys. I'm actually kind of come out with a cookbook by the end of this year, a carnivore cookbook, and at the back it's going to be my dog recipes as well. So get ready for that. It's going to be a good one. I've also got another book coming out very, very soon. It's a good one too. It's a coffee table book. I'll get it together before it gets released. But you guys, thank you. I appreciate it. Listen, folks, here's the thing, right? Independent journalism thrives only if you support it. So make sure you subscribe. Again, Twitter, Substack, BreannaMorello.substack.com. I could probably drop that in here too if it's still, nope, it's not. Let's see. Boop, 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 boop. A little special. You could tip also on Twitter. I actually think the tipping thing on Twitter is freaking amazing because it actually goes directly to us. Okay, so I got that. It's really excited for the cookbook. It's going to be a carnivore cookbook, dropping that soon. It's also going to have dog recipes in the back. It's all of Gia and Giuseppe's favorite recipes. As you just saw Darius say in the Rumble chat, little Mr. Giuseppe here is a big salmon eater. He loves salmon. It helps his skin. All right, we could stop being ridiculous now, Giuseppe. Oh, now Gia, she wants to run. You're leaving? Okay, goodbye. So make sure you head over there. Substack, great way to support. Ladarius is the best. Thank you, sir. And yeah, we do. I just saw that we got a couple of Substack subscriptions, and so I want to thank everyone for that. You know, it's so funny. I talk about that Tulsi Gabbard story that I broke last year about her being added to the terror watch list. Did you guys know that Fox News had it before me and they never ran it? That's why independent journalism is important, because guess what happened? They killed the story. I didn't kill the story, though. I ran the story. I called Tulsi Gabbard's team directly and let them know. Oh, man. Eric is in. Ladarius, I got to have a chat with Eric. You better hurry up because we're wrapping up. But my friend Eric, the one who wants me to eat pickles on camera, he is finally responding. I can't believe it took him this long. What a loser. So if he had anything to do today. Guy's barely got a job. He's gonna kill me when he jumps in here. Hi, Z Pete. Love you when you come into our show. So thank you. I appreciate it. I love chatting with you guys too during the show. Usually it's like I'm like distracted, running around doing something busy, a little bit of, chaotic, some would say, but I do love these live streams. So I want to thank you guys for jumping on with that. Again, Substack is where it's at. BreannaMorello.substack.com. That's where you want to go. It's free, but if you want to support independent journalism and put food in G and Giuseppe's belly, you got to become a paid subscriber. It is quite simple to do. He's going to kill me. Eric wants me to eat the whole jar of pickles. Okay, I got to get the pickles. It's actually like not even. He's such a, he just wants a screenshot. He's such a fraud, Eric. Hold on, guys. So everyone knows what we're talking about. We're talking about the jar of pickles. These are the jar of pickles. If you guys know me, I have like this obsession with Chick-fil-A pickles and McDonald's pickles, my favorite. And so we've got this beauty here. And I'm almost there. Even this, the dogs think it's for them. They're actually jumping up. Thank you, ZP. I appreciate you. He says, great show, Breanna. Always a pleasure. He's such a jerk. Ladarius, here, send him the screenshot. Quick. All right, what's up? How do you guys like fried pickles? Who loves a good fried pickle? I do. Hooters, Texas Roadhouse, favorites. Favorites. But there's something about these little pickle chips. I'm sure it doesn't sound good in your ear. This is the difference between a normal show and a live stream. The things I do for you people. The things I do. We'll be back tomorrow, 7 p.m. normal show. Shoot me your topics. Listen, you guys got my email. Send me your email if you have a topic idea. Let me know. My cell phone right now. I need to stop looking at my cell phone right now because it's very distracting. But guys, pickles are good. I love a good pickle. Don't take that out of context, please. I just realized after I said that's probably a bad one. We're a podcast as well. And so if you're audio only, I'm not going to eat a pickle in your ear, I promise. Search the Breanna Morello Show, Spotify, Apple, Amazon, everything. I don't even know how long it's going to take me to eat all this. I'm trying to figure out when I bought it. Had it for a while. Not a while, but a little bit. So if you're a fan of pickles, that's a good brand. I love a good McDonald's pickle. Chick-fil-A. Those are good. All right, guys. Enough with the pickle chatter. Again, every day, 7 p.m. Eastern. It's the Breanna Morello Show. Follow us. Sign up for the email list. Substack. Oh, now someone's getting a little crazy. Substack as well. You're going to want to head over there and subscribe. It's free unless you want to put food in G and Giuseppe's belly. Then you become a paid subscriber. We drop the exclusive content on Substack first now. So that's where you're going to want to be. It's where you want to stay in the know before everyone else finds out. BreannaMorello.substack.com. Put that again in the chat. Again, tomorrow we'll be here, 7 p.m. Eastern time. You're going to want to be here too. Some people are so strange. So make sure you're here tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Give us a follow. I appreciate it all when you do. All right, so I'll see you tomorrow. If you guys have any comments, questions, concerns, you know where to go. Head on over to my Twitter page. You could drop a comment there. You could also send me an email. Greatly appreciated. Tips are appreciated. Support is appreciated. And I'll catch you guys here tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern time. So make sure you tune in. Until then, have a good evening.